Mike's over there. I just thought he had cable problems.
You were with?
Yeah, probably. His dad yard sale.
You got pin?
They didn't bring it up there.
He used to also be a good dog. All the old guys would say, "Get out the dogs," and we'd all crawl out of the pickup, me, him, Philip, and Jimmy, Jesse. Boy, we chased a lot of deer. And he killed his first illegal spike buck once upon a time. And after that, he thought he was, there used to be a famous hunter. His name was Kurt Garner. And that's who Roddy used to idolize. He thought he was Kurt Garner. He killed that first one. But he was scared to look at it because he thought it was a female deer that he'd shot. But you should have seen him after he saw it had little bitty old horns on him. But you know, a long time ago, me and Ronnie used to ride around out in the woods. I had an old pickup truck, and we just cruised around what the hills, we call hills. There was a place up there we used to call top of the world. To us, it was top of the world. We'd go up there, and we'd get out in the back of this pickup truck, and we'd stand there, and there was nothing but pine trees and cows out there. And this was at nighttime. And we'd get out there like we were preaching. And this is what I was going, then we would say, this is what I would say. And we'd sit there and preach, and I guess whoever got the good word in, the cows go, boo. You know, I told him, I said, I believe somebody's listening for us tonight, but I'm glad that, you know, to see him ordained and everything, that he's pursuing what he believes in. That's a good thing, because now he doesn't have to preach to pine trees and cows. He can have a crowd. But, I wish him the best. Thank you. I want all of you people from down here in Broken Bow, come on up and tell some of your stories so I can see if he's telling me the truth. So don't be afraid. Come on up now. Because we're very proud around down there, but I want to hear some more of your stories. Come on up.
I've been asked on behalf of the family to speak with them. But I'm to introduce Derek and Gail Bertram. Aunt Bertram, Uncle Derek and Aunt Gail. Uncle Derek has always been a disciplinarian of the family. All of the Marlena's grandkids are afraid of Derek, but not Allie and Betty. He's nice compared to their parents, and they're very close to him. He's always talked about the girls. He always talked to the girls about spirit and how it affects everyday life, or in his case, golf. His wife Gail is always there for the girls. She never stops trying to teach them how to live the right way. If anything has ever happened to Ron and Danelle, they will be the ones to guide them on their way. Derek has been chosen as the spokesperson for the family for this giveaway. Derek and Gail.
Okay, now it's my turn. Okay, just to let you know how our family kind of works here, okay? They handed this to me about a week ago, and they said, read it, memorize it, and I said, I don't want to know too much too soon, because if I know too much, I'll mess up. And I don't care if I mess up. So I'll be doing things like that. Well, anyways, I finally got this piece of paper about 5 minutes ago, and I started looking at it. It's just the way things are. It was handed to somebody, and finally it came back to me. But to talk about the giveaway a little bit, we are here to honor those who have helped Ron on his way to becoming a minister. The girls, Allie and Madison, are here to be helping with that. And if you notice, they're wearing an eagle plume in their hair. And it's this thing here. In their hair, and the eagle plume, they earn that. And they earn the eagle plume through a ceremony. And in that ceremony, their grandmother, Kunchi, came up, and they presented them the eagle plume, and the eagle plume is to represent a way for the family to understand that to help them to learn the right ways in life, how to do things the right way. And when it comes to a ceremony like this giveaway, they're to wear the eagle plume. And like I said, the eagle plume is something that they've earned. They've learned their language. They went through a class in that, and they went through a ceremony. And I'm trying to remember everything they told me to remember on it. But also, the family's supposed to help teach them the right way. They're supposed to help them to stay away from drugs and alcohol, to learn the good ways of doing things instead of the bad. And that eagle plume is to help represent that. Also, Alethea and Madison are there to thank the people who mean so much to Ron. These people have helped Ron get his ordination, and he wouldn't be able to become a minister without them. It is not enough for them to just come out and say thank you. The girls want to be able to say thank you through this giveaway. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to call people's names out, and the girls will present the items that they've worked so hard, and they've worked for over a year on these items, the girls have. Because they're ready for Ron to become ordained like he has been. Now, there's other people up here to help with some of the items here, but basically they want Alethea and Madison to be giving the stuff to the people. And also, before we get started on the giveaway, I wanted to say something about Ron as well. And I know you miss Ron. And Ron has fitted into our family so well, and he's got such a special spirit to him. I mean, he's the way he raises his daughters, the way he handles the students at the school, everything that's going on in terms of our family, Ron has been the center of it. I have a lot of respect, a lot of admiration for Ron. I guess if you had to sit there and say, in terms of looking at how close is God, meet Ron. I mean, Ron is a perfect example of that. I mean, anytime you need something, Ron is there to help out. I believe that God has given each and every person a spirit that's theirs alone. And sometimes people receive a strong spirit. And I think Ron has received a strong spirit. And I think that you're going to see great things come from him. At Flandreau Indian School, our students come from a lot of limited backgrounds. They have a lot of problems as they go through life. And they've had those problems almost all their life, and then at Flandreau we get them and we try what we can to show them how to listen to their spirit and how to do the right things. And Ron is going to be the chaplain at the school this coming year, and he's going to do a very good job. And he's got a tough job. I mean, those kids at the school, I mean, they want things. They didn't get it at home a lot of times. And when they come to our school, they have needs. And Ron's going to be asked to do an awful lot. So I know you'll be missing him, but he is needed where he's at. And I know that for a fact. And he will be busy, and he'll be helping a lot of young people to get started in their lives in the positive direction. Okay, now going into the giveaway. Again, I'm going to announce people's names, if I can keep Allie and Madison focused here. Okay, first person that they want to present something to is Reverend Dr. Henry and Vanetta Fawcett. The girls call him Grandpa Henry and Grandma Vanetta. In a nutshell, Henry and Vanetta have been like parents to the McKinneys. Henry has challenged them to reflect upon their call and talk to them, to the professionals in ministry. Also, Henry counseled Vanetta and Ron before they were married, and they still use his fighting techniques today. So, Dr. Henry and Vanetta Fawcett, please come forward.
Mister had to go on.
You can drop it down to the level.
Next, they'd like to give John and Julia McKinney, Papa and Grandma Julia. Besides the obvious of bringing Ronnie into the world, John and Julia taught Ron the value of hard work and perseverance, while passing on their faith as living examples of leaders, pastors, and caregivers. Many of the traditions that they live and teach will be passed on to Allie and Maddie's generations. The next the girls would like to give to Sophie Marlene Crawford, Namo. Besides the obvious of bringing Danelle into the world, she has also offered her support. Her willingness to try new things, keep things moving in her family. This has helped Ron to learn that there are other ways of doing things. things in which we may not think about right away. Her teachings and dedication to children has been passed on to her children and will also continue on to her descendants. The next they'd like to give would be Buddy Monahan, Uncle Buddy and family. Buddy and family. A true friend throughout all the years in high school, college, and seminary, and in our ministry. Buddy at certain times treated the girls as if they were his own, and in his like that they all of the young people he serves. Most of all, we have appreciated his patience in waiting to preach at Ron's ordination. Next, the girls would like to give girls would like to give to Elder Regine Crawford, Auntie Jean. Regine's ministry of music has always been a source of strength for us. She is there when Danelle and Ron are not able to be. If someone or something should ever happen to them, they are confident that she would step in and take over mothering the girls. She also, by the way, is a godparent to one of the girls. She has grown so much since she's first attended a youth conference. She helped with most of the beadwork for this giveaway. God has got a special plan for her. She looks good in a dress. Next is Philip Billy, Uncle Philip. Ron remembers those times in which he and his cousin Philip would be out camping somewhere and Philip would bring out his guitar. That has inspired Ron to play because he sees how much it affected him and how they appreciate his ministry. Next, I'd like to give Elder Wilson Kittle, Grandpa Tom. He's an elder who is not afraid to try something new. Even in leading worship, he always stands up for the youth and youth ministries and tries to do the right thing for those who may feel like they are on the other side. Okay, next they'd like to give to Elder Mandy Nelson and Elder Gail Nelson, Auntie Sis. They are serving as godparents for the girls. Mandy has dedicated her life to serving the Lord and makes a conscious decision every day to not drink or use drugs. She is a good role model for our girls, not only in her behaviors, but in her involvements in band, school, and youth group. Mandy is also there to help make things for the giveaway or for some family function. Gail is always there for Madison. She's like her second mom. She's always there for behind the scenes for our family and ministry to cook, decorate, or play games. Next, the girls would like to give Reverend Jean and Alicia Wilson. As a young pastor in Choctaw Parish, Jean and Alicia worked hard with the young people, driving them to conferences and sharing with the youth a new world out there that has so much to offer. It is because of Jean that Ron was able to visit Europe, which was a life-changing experience for him. Also, as many of you may remember, Jean was the pastor who married Nell and Ron. Next, the girls would like to give Elder Ilona Street Stewart. There were times when Ilona stuck her neck out for Danelle and Ron in support of their ministry through prayers, visions, and wisdom. She has also been responsible for connecting Flanders First with North St. Paul Presbyterian Church, a relationship that is still going strong today.
I want you to know how hard these two work all the time. I don't even know how many miles you have on your cars, but the thousands and thousands of miles that they have, every day Ron and Janelle make a difference in the life of some child. And as you just heard, not only our Indian children, they have made such a difference with a white church in St. Paul that I think for those young people, their world has changed. So thank you both very much for your service.
Next, I'd like to give to Carl and Janice McKinney, Uncle Carl and Auntie Janice. Carl's a Sooner fan, and to Ron, that's enough for honoring. They have always been there to help us out, even when they had it rough themselves. They inspired Danelle and Ron to do crafts. They still have a lot of love in their marriage, but you can tell after they've been away from their kids for a while. Janice gets the red rash all over her neck. They also can keep a good secret if you don't Julia to find out that you are coming into town. I'm guessing the next that they want to give to is Alan Dean McKinney, Uncle Dino. He makes the best macaroni and cheese in the whole wide world. He takes the time to call us on the telephone just to see how we are doing and to share with us those things which inspire him in a spiritual way. He's always there to help out where he can.
Uncle Mac.
The next girls would like to give to Sandra Willard Frazier, Auntie Sandy, and Uncle Willard. They are the eyes and the ears to the family. If someone's not feeling well, they will let us know what's happening, even when it's mom and dad not taking their medicine as they should. they let us know to pray for them. They are there to help out too. Whenever something happens to the girls, especially when it comes to send them to the doctor. The next the girls would like to give Carla, Auntie Carla. Carla are always doing something for the girls by taking them with their own kids and taking pictures with them. They are like second parents to the girls. When we are in Oklahoma, whenever they go through Kansas, the girls are always thinking they are right there and always want to see Auntie Carla. There were times when they went without so that we would have to gas money to get home. Next is for Marissa. Marissa, our Auntie Mesa, Misa. Okay. Marissa is always there to give the McKinneys a haircut when they are in the desperate need. Also, she and her family missed out on a few meals so that Tanel and Ron could get home after a visit. Marissa are always trying out new things and helps to direct the family into trying something new. Gina and David Perry, Auntie Babes and Uncle Dave. They have always been there to help out with the girls. They will drive anywhere in the world to come get you if you are ever stranded somewhere, no matter how far it is. One time the summer before Ron and Danelle got married, they drove all the way to Colorado just to visit. When we were already really busy in the church, they have always stepped up to help out with the girls so that we could go and do our ministry. Something in their water gives them the same red rash on their necks, like the kind Janice gets. Like I said, my family members are always doing something to me to try to get me messed up. And I've said this many times in Flanders, the reason why I became a counselor is because of what they do to me. Next, I'd like to give William John Bersheim, Uncle John, and Gino. John is a real inquisitive about things. He has a very dry sense of humor. He will... Am I talking for no reason now? We're gonna... Okay, they said he's just... I'll go on, maybe he'll show up before I finish here. He will be so serious about saying something with just the right timing, and then you'll notice the whole place is laughing out loud. Of all the family members on Ron and Danelle's side of the family, he's the only one of our siblings who has ever served in the armed forces. Too late, John. Okay. Stephanie McKinney. Ron is proud of the fact that his niece graduated high school. So Stephanie McKinney. Next, they'd like to give Brittany Ann Stevens. Booty or Bebop Alua. This past winter, Brittany went through some really tough times with her health. Her appendix ruptured and an infection was all in her body. We are all so thankful that God brought her through all this. Even though she still has health problems, we want to thank Brittany for her willingness to help us out while she was sick. Every time our family is having a giveaway or has something going on, Brittany is right there to help us make something. Next would be Elder Dale and Evelyn Steele. Dale was Ron's liaison when he first started out in Eastern Oklahoma Presbytery a whole decade ago. They used to come and to take Ron to Bible studies. Evelyn has been so close to our family as if she was one of our own. She even was the only person who had enough strength in her to send Ronnie home for vacation Bible school. Elders Randall and Ruthie Bohannon. We've always known Randall and Ruthie to help out the youth in whatever ways they could. There was a time when a youth group was stranded and didn't have a ride to get to places, and Randall and Ruthie let them use their car. Many times you see them transporting kids somewhere, whether it's to a church meeting or to a Choctaw dance. They are there showing their support. Next, I'd like to give Curtis and Terry Billy Toady. They helped Ron early in life development leadership skills through photography, teaching Choctaw dancing, and singing. They always had time to take young people fishing and camping. They never missed an opportunity to share their faith and their views with others.
Joko. That's the better one.
Again, we just kind of go through They do what they can to mess me up, and I do what I can to counteract that. So I'm just to say names. Bonnie Sue, will you please come on down? Next is Uncle Ed and Cynthia.
Hang yourself.
Can I get like a, you got a pen? There you go.
Next, I'd like to give Uncle Clayton Billy.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Next to Reverend Gene Strickland. Next is Gene Coulter. Greg Coulter.
Huh?
Greg Coulter.
Huh? Trying to fire me and hire you? Which way?
And then next is Cecil Corbett.
You hear me right. Yeah, I can leave it on wiring. That's all right. Let's leave it on wiring.
Next is Billy Paul. Next, I'd like to have Sally Charisma come on up. like to have Willis and Aunt Lee come on up. Aunt Lee. Like I said, they do what they can to mess me up, huh? It took my master's degree just to figure them out. Did it? Oh, they set up the mic system. That's Grandma Elsie. Next, I'd like Amanda Brown to come up. Cleland and Sue Willis. Diane and Donnie, I can't remember the last names. That's what she said to. What? Jacob. Next, I'd like to have Hildred Mumby come on up. She played at the wedding. Isabel Ludlow. Isabel Ludlow. Just to let you know, Allie, when she first started school, this last year was her first year of school, and she was one of the very first persons picked from her teachers as being Citizen of the Month. That's something that we're very proud of Allie about. Allie has that type of spirit to her. Monica. And if you ever get a chance to meet Madison, you gotta meet Madison. Madison, she's got a face for everything. She can give you any kind of face you want. A mean face, and you can see what she's feeling just by looking at her face. Motley. Brian.
He stepped down.
It's taking a little bit longer because right now here's how the system's working. Ron thinks of somebody, she tells Danelle on the other side, Danelle comes over and tells me. By the time he gets to the microphone, it takes a little while. Amos Steele. Sue, can you pick it up for me? Okay, now, I know we didn't get everybody, but they have gifts here for everybody. If your name wasn't called to come up, they're going to be going around and passing gifts out to you. And again, too, like I said, the girls have been working on this for over a year. They've been trying to put gifts together for people they wanted to give away to be a part of the ceremony. This is a very big part of what they want to be as they become older.
They're trying to get it out. I wasn't trying to hurry and get out of there. Everybody laughing.
And I'm supposed to stand up here and talk about anything right now. Let's see, what can I think about to talk about? I'm probably the least likely person to be up here because of all the family is really close. We all live in the same town. We all work basically in the same place. And we always get together every week to either have a birthday party or we do something as a family, except I'm always out playing golf someplace. I'm the one who's always gone somewhere. So that's part of the reason why they asked me to get up here and say something, because I'm also the oldest. They always want to see if they can make me mess up, so they can laugh about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And they do, don't get me wrong. They all get together and they laugh about something I do wrong, what I say or something. Basically, everything's been going well in Flanders. The girls get together. Ron's going to come up and save me is what he's going to do right now.
Well, I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for coming out and joining in the celebration. And
thank everybody for those who brought food and who helped cook, those who helped decorate, and I'm really proud of Danelle and our girls. They've worked really hard for this, and you'll notice that the girls are wearing their eagle plumes that they've earned, and one of the first words they learned was Wopida, and that's giveaway. And so every time we would go to the store or we'd be out somewhere and we'd see something, the girls would always say, hey, we could get that for the Wopida. And we didn't have people in mind when we got these gifts. And it wasn't until we got everything compiled and then we started saying, okay, we'll give these out here and there. But since last fall, the girls, they've really been focused on it, and there's been times when they sit in the living room on the floor and they separated out all the men's gifts and the women's gifts, and they made all the bundles and put everything together. So I'm really proud of them, and all of my extended family in South Dakota that have worked hard for this, and I really appreciate everything, and all the everyone here who's supported me throughout the years. I really appreciate what Buddy preached about today, because it began a long time ago. It didn't just happen. And my process happened a long time ago too. It started a long time ago, it seems like. And so I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all for being here today and being a part of it. So thank you.
While I went and sat down, they asked me to mention something about the money tree, that if you have something that you'd like to give to the money tree, it'd be appreciated.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one that we're going to present to Ronnie.
Okay.
Ronnie doesn't know that's his gift. Okay.
I'll just over here.
Ron, can you come to the front, please? I have a presentation for Ron he doesn't know about, and the family had gotten together, and we had seen Molly or Curtis taking pictures all this time, and we had gotten a camcorder for him, and this was for Danelle and Ron and the girls, and so I just wanted you to know that when they get through video and everything, the camera is yours. The camera is your gift to And also, when Ron first went he was going to school at Southeastern at Durant, and then Joel Ludlow had taken a group of kids to Clarksville, Arkansas. And when he went to that school, he decided that he'd go over there. And one of our oldest church members, Irene Blue-Eyed, she kept saying, when he had gone for about a semester, she said, well, when's Ron coming back and preaching to us? And I said, well, he didn't go into that. She said that when they go to Clarksville, they start preaching. Gene did, so Ronnie's going to be preaching, and he never did say anything about that. But behind that, Coy Lee and I used to talk, and he said, Julia, you stay in prayer because I'm praying for him that he's going to become a minister. And so that's where, you know, we were talking back and forth. He said, you still praying? I said, yes, I'm still praying. And then he finished at Clarksville, went to work at Chamberlain, and then one day he called, and he said he was going into ministry. And I think I cried that afternoon. And then later on, when he did go into ministry, there was another person that said that I hope that I'm around, I hope I'm still around. And so on the day of ordination, these two people, you know, stayed in my mind. And it's Edna Simpson, Buddy's mom, Buddy's grandmother. And she was always saying, I hope I can be at your ordination. And then before Theta left, she kept saying, what is our church doing for him? What are we going to do for him? You know, are we going to cook? Are we going to help with the food or whatever? And so Theta's not with us, but I know she's thinking about Ron. And I had heard that she told Buddy just to come on, that she'll be all right. And so there's 3 women that was behind. You know, they had been talking about Ron, that he would go into ministry, and then ordination would, you know, come to pass. And so I just praise God for this. But this camera will be yours when it's through. That's the reason why they were feminine. And then also we took some pictures, and that will be given to you too. That's from the McKinney family, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Well, I want to say thank you for the gift, and I'm always accused of wanting to watch myself on TV, so now I'll get to watch the video over and over. Might even watch it as much as I watch Dances with Wolves. Thank you. Okay, there's lots of leftovers. Please, we have styrofoam plates, and we'd like for you to take food with you. If you don't want to cook for supper, if you got a long trip, there's plenty of food. Go and take what you can with you. And the centerpieces on the table, take with you. And what else was it? But no fighting over them. There's enough to go around, I think. But please take some food with you. And and before you leave, I would like to acknowledge the Choctaw Nation. Billy Paul Baker is the councilman in this district, and he gave us an opportunity to have this today. I think they were going to schedule something else, but he was gracious enough to let us use this today in place of that. So we want to give him thanks, and just to know that, you know, this was something that he did for us today to let us use this place. So thank you all.
I said.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see everybody. I haven't seen nobody in a while. I always come around. I don't get out. I just go hunting, fishing. That's when I come home. I'm too tired to do anything. Yeah, I'm just glad to be home. Memories.
Sandra to cook some meat again. Good. She was worried about the salt.
It's definitely when added some more. That's why she's getting
Well, they say it's bad, I know. Try to make it down now. Yeah.
I got a dead chicken in the freezer.
I hope it's dead. It's enough.
And I got spaghetti. What all do you need for chicken spaghetti?
You need bell peppers and onions.
You feel like making it now?